Putar musik di momen yang tepat. Saat ingin memeriahkan pesta atau bersantai di malam hari, pilih musik yang pas lalu dengarkan tanpa iklan atau download untuk didengarkan offline di Spotify Premium. Ketuk banner untuk mempelajari selengkapnya.
Aduh, lupa beli kado gimana nih?
Jangan panik, kumpulin aja lagu-lagu yang dia banget, terus dijadiin playlist di Spotify. Klik tanda plus, pilih playlist, kasih judul playlistmu, terus masukin dia lagu-lagunya. Kadonya simple, tapi meaningful. Bikin playlist apapun di Spotify segampang itu. Cepet, gratis, enak kan? Cobain sekarang.
Lagi mendaki tumpukan serikaan ya?
Tenang, momen lebih asik sambil dengerin playlist Spotify buatan kamu.
Masukin lagu kesukaanmu dan jangan lupa masukin lagu Piwi Gaskins juga.
Nyetrika enaknya ditemenin Spotify.
Guaranteed to give you what you need. Word, 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 word. Good job, Cooking Soul.
Nggak ada wifi? Nggak masalah. Download musikmu dan dengerin offline dengan Spotify Premium Standard. Tanpa iklan, tanpa buffering, dengerin lagu dengan suara jernih berkualitas tinggi. Dapatkan 3 bulan cuma Rp79.900. Bisa batal kapan aja. Lampu mati, musik tetap nyala. Ketuk banner buat info lebih lanjut.
Rasain setiap beat, setiap lirik, tanpa iklan. Dapatkan 3 bulan Spotify Premium Standar cuma Rp79.900 sekarang. Dan dengerin lagu favoritmu tanpa gangguan. Bikin setiap momen makin keren. Ketuk banner buat info lebih lanjut. Jam macet itu nyebelin, tapi musikmu nggak perlu ikutan nyebelin. Skip iklan dan biarin beat terus jalan. Dapatkan 3 bulan Spotify Premium Standar cuma Rp79.900 sekarang. Bikin perjalananmu makin vibes. Ketuk banner buat info lebih lanjut.
All you think about day and night is dope. How much you've got, where to get more, what you'll do if you can't get it.
Dengarkan sekarang hanya di Spotify. Hai all, kalau audio ini muncul, tandanya ini ramalan buat kamu. Di sini aku bisa lihat siapa top artis kamu bulan ini. Penasaran nggak cara lihatnya? Coba deh buka Spotify, terus buka Your Sound Capsule pakai Spotify Premium. Semua aktivitas dengerin musikmu ada di situ. Kamu jadi bisa tahu berapa menit dengerin lagu, top artis, sampai top song kamu. Cek dan pamerin Your Sound Capsule dengan Spotify Premium. Makin enak kan? Cobain sekarang.
Music itself, you know, the feeling of it, the sound of it.
He did care about people, but because of, I guess, how people will come at him and almost want him to give them beats without regard to his time or energy.
Cooking soul. Curacao is actually a birding paradise, is strategically located close to the Caribbean coast of South America. Visitors can enjoy birding throughout the year.
Jam macet itu nyebelin, tapi musikmu nggak perlu ikutan nyebelin. Skip iklan dan biarin beat terus jalan. Dapatkan 3 bulan Spotify Premium Standar cuma Rp79.900 sekarang. Bikin perjalananmu makin vibes. Ketuk banner buat info lebih lanjut. Rasain setiap beat, setiap lirik, tanpa iklan. Dapatkan 3 bulan Spotify Premium Standar cuma Rp79.900 sekarang. Dan dengerin lagu favoritmu tanpa gangguan. Bikin setiap momen makin keren. Ketuk banner buat info lebih lanjut.
Nggak ada wifi? Nggak masalah. Download musikmu dan dengerin offline dengan Spotify Premium Standar. Tanpa iklan, tanpa buffering, dengerin lagu dengan suara jernih berkualitas tinggi. Dapatkan 3 bulan cuma Rp79.900. Bisa batal kapan aja. Lampu mati, musik tetap nyala. Ketuk banner buat info lebih lanjut.
Make my music, you know what I'm saying? I want people to feel what I feel. I want them to feel that energy that whatever it was. Yeah, that's all it is. Because I make it straight from the heart. So it's like, to be taken for anything else is crazy to me.
Cooking soul.
Putar musik di momen yang tepat. Saat ingin memeriahkan pesta atau bersantai di malam hari, pilih musik yang pas lalu dengarkan tanpa iklan atau download untuk didengarkan offline di Spotify Premium. Ketuk banner untuk mempelajari selengkapnya.
Habis acara keluarga gini, cucian piring numpuk. Sambil nonton video musik, kayaknya asik nih. Pakai Spotify Premium biar bisa nonton musik video artis favorit kamu. Nah kan, nyuci piring jadi berasa makin asik. Nonton music video dengan Spotify Premium. Makin enak kan? Cobain sekarang.
Lagi mendaki tumpukan kestarikaan ya?
Tenang, momen lebih asik sambil dengerin playlist Spotify buatan kamu.
Masukin lagu kesukaanmu dan jangan lupa masukin lagu Piwi Gaskins juga.
Nyetrika enaknya ditemenin Spotify.
Of course, everybody knows the flamingo. The flamingo is a common visitor on Curaçao, and you can usually spot them at the salt flats of Yantil, Yankok, or the Salinia of Saint Michiel.
Oh my God, sorry. Dude, I'm sorry, man. You lucky you tell me, man. I mean, nobody told me online. My mic isn't on. Sorry. I'm very sorry, man. Oh man, I wasted all my talking. Never mind. We just proceed to tool number 3. I'm sorry, alamak. It's a mistake, man. I should have known. Okay, now let's move to tool number 3. Yeah. Thanks, Ren. Okay, now we move to tool number 3. As usual, we will let me put this tape back. We will align the tool, align the carriage to this tool number 3. So let's move it in X. Just eyeball it as close as possible, and then we'll move it to the front. Just leave about 10 mm gap. Okay, from here we eyeball the carriage so that it's aligned exactly at the where you want to pick up. Start all the way over. Oh, man, okay. Let me just finish up this, okay? No problem, man. It's my mistake. Let me see if everything is okay here. Yeah, okay, so I think this will be the perfect X 179. So if you take a look at the clipper here, the X is 179. Wait, let me change to the screen main, but hold on. Hold on. Okay, so this will be, let me check, 179. So I'm going to open this tool 2. Pickup will be at 179 down here. The approach location in X 179 and the Y is 80 as usual. And it will goes to Y0. Let me check, save first. Let's go to Y0. Okay. So Y0, it has engaged down here. Very good, very nice. Now it will move 10 or 11 to the right. Normally it's 10. So 179 plus 10 will be 189. So let's move 189 to the right, yeah. Okay. Let's see whether that clears the magnet tab down there. So let's move slowly to the back. That looks clear. I think just move one more. So 179 to 190, then Y80. Let's move to the back. So 179 to 190. So tool 2 pickup will be 179, and then here will be 190, and then it will go back to 80 down here. So pickup, go down 400, go right 400, speed, I'm talking about the speed here. So pickup will be go down 400, go forward 400, go right 400, and then go back 700. Okay, correct. So this will be the speed, the coordinates 179, and then Y goes to 0, and then Y goes to 190, and then X X goes to 190 and then Y goes to 80. Now for the draw off. So the draw off normally will be this 190 down here. So let's check the draw off here. Now it's at 190.80. So let's move it to Y0. Y0 all the way to the front here. Let's check the pin. Okay, the pin is clear, good. So we now will move the tool head to the left. So now 190.0. So the draw off is 190. Wait, let me change the tool here. So the draw off approach is 190 down here. Let's save that. And then here it will move Y to 190.80, sorry. 190.80. And then it will move to Y0 here. So let's save that. Now let's check how much to the left it needs to make, yeah. So now it needs to move to the left to draw off. So let's move it slowly. Here. So 181. So as you can see, 181. So it moves to the left to 181. So let's go to tool 2. Here will be 181. So let's save it and then it will go back to Y80 here after it popped. Okay, so let's redo everything again. Let's move back. Okay, 80 down there. To pick up is pick up approach location 179.80. Okay, so we move X 179. And then it will move 1790. So 1790. Okay. And then it will move 190. X 190. Okay. And then it will move Y80. Okay. So the pickup for tool 2 is correct already. Now let's draw off. Draw off approach location 190, correct, 80. And then minus 1280. So Y0. After that, Y0. And then 181 minus 128. So X 181, Y doesn't change. Do a move here. And then minus 128, 80. So Y80, X doesn't change. Alright. Okay, looks like we have all the coordinates correct. So to draw off just now from here to Y0, we can move it past 700 speed. Okay, so let's pick up back tool 1. Okay, since you want me to redo, so let's redo tool 1. So just now for tool 1, let me open up the coordinate, sorry. So this is the coordinate for tool 1 just now. So now we want to pick up. So let's look at this section down here. So pickup is at 20x 80y approach location. Pickup approach location. So you will need to move the gantry, the carriage. X is what? 20. And then Y is at 80. Okay, correct. So now we will need to move. After that, Dockslide will deploy. Okay, for 2.4 Dockslide deploy. And then X doesn't change. Y 0. So X stay at 20. Y will be 0. It will pick up. Okay. Wait. Oh, the pin is there just now. The pin is looking very far. How come just now it missed the pin? Okay, never mind. Now we need to X will be 30, Y doesn't change. X will be 30. Okay, Okay, X30, Y doesn't change. Now we will move back. X doesn't change, Y 80. Okay, there. Wait, let me plug back this. This thing always come off. I need to glue this really. I really need to glue this dowel stopper. Okay, to draw off, let's move the point below here to draw off. Let's do a double check last. Okay, to draw off X29, Y80. So we move X29, Y80. Now, Dockslide deploy. X doesn't change, Y0. Excuse me. So X doesn't change, Y0. Now we need to move X20, Y doesn't change. So X20. Okay. Now X doesn't change, Y80. Alright. Okay, so let's move back this lock plate. Alright. Where's the hole for this lock plate? Okay. So tool 1 pick up and draw off is correct. So now let's go to tool 0. So now let's go to tool 1. Tool 1 pick up here 90 80. So we go X90, Y80. Okay, so this will be the approach location. And then Dockslide deploy. And then X doesn't change, Y0. Okay. And then X101, Y doesn't change. So X101 will pick up the tool. Okay. And then X doesn't change, Y goes to 80. Before that, it will do a nozzle wipe. If you can see there, it will do a nozzle wipe on the wiper. And then we go to Y80. Right? This solidity. Okay. Now we go to the draw off. This is the draw off. X will be at 102, Y80. Okay. Then Dockslide deploy. And then X doesn't change, Y0. Okay, Y0. And then X91, Y doesn't change. So now it will drop off here. Okay. Now X doesn't change, Y80. So now it will move back in 80. Alright. So we have done everything. Everything looks good and working as should. Okay, so now we have all the coordinates. Let's pick up tool 0. Tool 0 just now pick up is at 20. 20. And then 30. And then 80 here. Okay. So once we got everything correct, what we do is let's do the motor off to drop the Dockslide down. Okay, now motor off. We will save everything and restart. You need to save and restart to log in all the coordinates back. Okay. Printer restart. Okay, after you do the printer restart, of course you must do the home all first, yeah. So let's do the homing. Okay, so after the homing, let us do the quad entry.
Lagi kepikiran.
Oh, I forget to set the Dockslide just now. Okay, I will explain the Dockslide.
Nganter paket ke rumahnya aja.
Hey, no ya, no. Pakai Spotify Premium aja, terus ikut listening party. Bisa dengerin secara langsung cerita dan lagu artis favorit kamu. Terus komen.
Okay, let me finish this QGL, alright?
Ikutan listening party idol favoritmu dengan Spotify Premium. Makin enak kan? Cobain sekarang.
Aku sama dia beda keyakinan.
If you intend to use clicky for flying gantry, you have to think about where to mount the clicky, because I don't know whether you need to mount it to the gantry itself. If not, you cannot pick up the clicky. You will need to have a physical Z and stop. If not, you cannot get the clicky, pick up the clicky. So that is one thing you have to keep in mind. That's why this is using a Voron tab is much easier. But if you are using Beacon or Eddy or Cartographer, I don't think it's a problem. Okay, so now it's done. Let's home Z. Okay, like I mentioned just now, this is for those, I mean not for those, just now the mic was off. How to calibrate the Dockslide. Okay, now the Dockslide is at park position, which is 175, park height down here. This is the speed. You can start off slow first, maybe 100. The deploy height, you don't need to set unless you are at a fixed gantry. Fixed gantry, this deploy height is only for fixed gantry. I think I will indicate later. Deploy height is let me indicate down here for fixed gantry printer. Okay, so this is for fixed gantry printer, because for flying gantry the deploy height varies where your gantry is at, so it won't be using deploy height. It will be using deploy offset. How to get this deploy offset? And the park height is where your toolhead will clear when you park the Dockslide, where your toolhead will clear, so that you can bring all the carriage all the way to the front. I will show you also later. So let me save this first. Okay, now what you need to do is bring the Dockslide to position 0. Now it's at park position, so you go and do this Dockslide manual move. Position 0, it will bring your Dockslide all the way down. Let me move here, you can see here, yeah. Okay, this is position 0. Position 0 is home position. When it hit the end stop switch, this will be position 0. Okay, for flying gantry, the problem that we will have is your gantry here will be lower than this 0 position of the Dockslide, because this Dockslide cannot go any lower because the dock will hit. I don't know whether you guys can see. Let me show you. Hold on. The dock here, the nozzle blocker down here will hit the bed. So this is the lowest position. Position 0 is the lowest position. It cannot go any lower. If it goes lower, the nozzle blocker will hit the bed. So I have made about 2 mm or 3 mm clearance down here. So this is position 0, but your gantry is lower than this position. So we need to bring the gantry up to level with this position to get the deploy offset position. So what we need to do now is we bring the gantry to, let's say, close to here to draw off that tool. Just now was at 29, I think. X29. And then let's put Y20 first. Y50. Y50. Okay, so let's move to Y0. Y0. Oh, you see? It hit the... Sorry, I forgot about that. Now it damaged my... Now it has damaged my cowl. Okay, so... The Dockslide is higher than the gantry itself. So the problem is that. So, let me see. Is my cowl okay? Lucky the cowl is on a magnet. Okay. So what we need to do now is we need to bring the gantry higher. So let's move by one increment. Move the Z higher. Just now, I think I measured it to 18. Okay, because I don't want the dog to deploy at 0, I want the dogs to deploy at 5 mm, a bit higher, give it some allowance so that it doesn't hit the bottom of the switch here, right? So what we do is let's move the carriage, let's move the gantry back first, Y80. Okay, now let's move the Dockslide. Manual move it to 6. Just now I already measured 6. So let's move it to, you can move position 5 also. No problem. So let's move the Dockslide to position 6. What I like to do is I would like to give it higher first. And then I bring it lower. Because sometimes with the weight of the dogs, the position tends to differ. So let's put at position 6 now. Now you can move your gantry up. So just now, so Dockslide is position 6. You must remember that Dockslide is at position 6. Let's move the gantry forward to see whether it clears. Okay, looks like it clear. Oh, doesn't clear. Break my disc again. I think Z is at 20 if I'm not wrong. Okay. Yes. So Z is at 20. Z at 20. Dockslide at 6. This is level. If you can see here, this is level. So Dockslide at 20. Dockslide at 6. Gantry is at Z20. So what you need to do is you just need to minus off 20 minus 6, which will be 14. So the Dockslide offset will be 14 down here. As you can see, Dockslide offset will be 14. Because your gantry is at Z20, the Dockslide is only at 6. So the offset is 14. So that will be your deploy offset. Okay. That's why I set it at 14 here. And then I save. For the save Y, what you need to do is let's move the Y back. Just now at 80, right? I have my save Y at 80. This will be the Y position so that when the dogs deploy, it doesn't hit your tool head. So let's move this tool head maybe to the right, just behind tool number 1. So now if you move the Dockslide, let's try to manual move it at 100. You can see that it can deploy, and let's move it to Dockslide 6 back. It can deploy and park without hitting the tools on the carry shear, without hitting the tools on the carry shear, this is at Y80, so that is your safe Y. So that it won't deploy if your Y is below 80. It can only deploy when your Y is at 80. So that is safety features, so that it doesn't slam down on the tool. Okay, so that will be under Dockslide Safe Y. For the Safe Z is, as you can see here, the deploy offset is 14. I just put my Safe Z at 20, so that if the Z is lower than 20, let's say the Z is at 10, what will happen is it will leave the Z first. It will leave the Z first to a Safe Z, and then it will deploy the dock. So that will be your Safe Z. It won't deploy the dock if your Z is lower than 20. So even while printing or whatever you are doing, if your Z is lower than 20, it will not deploy the dock. It will leave your Z first to a Safe Z. If your Z is above than 20, then there's nothing will happen. Alright. Okay, so now that is for this. The offset is at 14. Deploy height only for fixed gantry printer. Here I think I should put also for flying gantry printer. For fixed dock or fixed gantry printer. Okay, so Dockslide is done. Settle down here, everything down 400. Okay, flying gantry too. Okay, so this is done now. So let's turn the motor off. Wait, I need to move my Y a bit further back because I want to check my out. And then we will do the save and restart. Let me check my cow. My cow, okay, I think it broke off this part down here just now. So you see, that is another important thing to take note. Lucky this thing can be easily glued. Woohoo! Okay, now everything is set. What we can do here is let's do a home all first. Now we will try to pick up tool 1, tool 0, tool 1, tool 2, pick up and draw off all the tools. Now we do the quad gantry. I don't know how everything will be. Let's try. Hopefully everything goes smooth. Anything we can just fine tune if the pickup or draw off is not, not really smooth or what. We can always fine tune them. Okay, I think I must change my QGL macro to include a last home Z so that it move to the center. So let's home Z now. Okay, this is something that I want to show you first. As you can see right now, the coordinates is my Z is at 10. If I do a tool draw off of T0, it will move my Z to Z20 because of the safe Z just now. So it will move my Z to Z20 because it's lower than the safe Z. It will move to Z20 and then it will proceed to draw off T0. So here goes, let's try to draw off T0. Where's the BTC? Here. Okay. So to draw off, this from pickup, you don't touch. So here, tool draw off, tool number 0. You just click send. Hopefully it will draw off tool 0. Best of luck. Okay. So that looks like a success. So now let's do a tool pickup. We will do tool pickup tool 0. Let's try it. Okay. Why does it pick up? Wait, there's something wrong. I don't know why it tried to pick up tool number 3. When I try to pick up, tool draw off. Okay, once it tool draw off, tool T0 at dock, tool pick up T0. Okay, I think for safety, let's do a sanity check first better. Shut down due to, it seems the front fell off. Tool 1 is marked as neither at the carriage nor at the dock. Okay, there's something wrong with the sense button. Yeah, that is something that I always advise you guys to check first also. I myself never check, as you can see. So let's take out this tool here first. Even I myself never check, you see. Let's do a firmware restart. No worry, thank you, Rin. See you, buddy. Okay, so everything is done. Everything has restarted. So I think we do a sanity check first. So just do a sanity check tools, yeah. Tool 1 is not at the dock or not at the carriage. Okay, so that means tool 1 dock sense is not working properly. Let me double check. Sometimes the wire here. Let me open up the command to check the dock sense and carriage sense. So put the command here. Let's check carriage sense button. Press correct. Now let's check dock sense button for T0. Release correct. Now let's take out. The tool. And let's put the tool at the dock. Now let's check out the dock correction button again. Release correct. Now let's check the dock sense. Press correct. Okay, so T0 dock sense and correction is working correct. Now let's check this T1. Let's check correction T1, T0, release. Okay, so I know what's the problem. The problem is the lever of the micro switch is not pushing into far, that it doesn't activate the micro switch, this pin down here. So let me try to extend it a bit. Okay, now let's try again. It must, oh, this is correction lah, AT0 lah, so T1. Press correct. Now dock sense T1 must be released. Correct. Okay. So let's take out T1. Let's put it at the dock. carry sense T1 must be released. Correct. Dock sense T1 must be pressed. Oh, release. You see, so T1 dock sense is not working properly. Let me double check. Is the button correct or not? What's the button there? What's the pin there? EBB 36. So we are using pin PB9 and PB8, carry sense and Dockslide. PB9 and PB8. PB8, okay. Dock sense is PB9. Yeah. Wrong. Dock sense is at PB9, no wonder. Okay. So let's see how about tool 2, correct? Dock sense is at PB9. PB9. These two. Yeah, PB8 and PB9. Okay. So let's try again. Carry sense T1, release. Dock sense T1, press. Okay, correct. My mistake. You see? You see? It's a good thing. Okay. Now let's check the carry sense. T1 must be pressed. Correct. Dock sense T1 must be released. Correct. Okay. Okay. T1 is working correct. Now let's try to do a T2. Okay, let's check T2 first down here. Carry sense T2 must be released. Oh, carry sense T2 is pressed. So that means I must invert the button. Let me check dock sense first. Dock sense, is it pressed or not? Press. Okay, so carry sense must be inverted. Tool 2, where's the carry sense? Down here. This must be inverted. Okay, let's try again. Is the tool 1 both inverted? This one, tool 1 not inverted. But how come tool 2 is inverted? Okay, let's check. Dock carry sense T2 must be released because it's not on the carriage. Dock sense T2 must be pressed because it's on the dock. Correct? Okay. Now let's try to put T2 on the carriage.
Tandanya kamu butuh Spotify Premium biar bisa nonton musik video dari artis favoritmu. Biar nggak bosan jalan ke kantornya.
Carriage sense T2 must be pressed because it's on the carriage. Release. Okay, this is wrong. Dock sense T2 must be released. Correct. Okay, I think the micro switch lever also is not touching again. Let me try to adjust. Okay. Let's try again. Carry sense T2 must be pressed. Still release. Okay. Let me check. Is the switch problem? Oh, the switch has a problem. The switch is not triggering. No, what happened to the switch? Let me use a multimeter to check the micro switch. We just leave T2 first lah. Tomorrow I will do lah. We just do the tool change for T pickup off. We just do the tool change for T0 and T1. Let me take out this tool. So hard to take out this tool. Okay. So let's do a firmware restart. Oh, sorry. We need to. I think we don't need to do this tool 2 first. Let's comment out tool 2. I need to fix the micro switch. Tomorrow I will fix. Today we just want to do a test of drop off and pick up of these two tools, T0 and T1. Alright. Okay, so let's do a home all first. Okay, wait. Let's do a sanity check first. Sanity check tools. Nothing happened. I also don't know what is checking. I think it happened. Okay, so just do a home all. Here is a good place to check. You can see here when we firmware restart, tool 0 is defined, tool 1 is defined, Dockslide is in use, check carriage start, probe open, T0 at carriage. So check all this first starting. Okay. Now let's try to do a drop off of T0. So we go here. Like just now, what we do, we go to BTC, tool drop off, tool number 0. So let's drop off tool 0. Alright. Now we will pick up tool 0. Alright. Seems like it works. Let's do another tool drop off of tool 0. Let's do a tool pickup of tool 0 again. The drop off is not so smooth. I think the X, we move the X for tool 0 drop off a bit further, maybe 30. Instead of 29, let's move to 30. Okay. Motor off first. Oh, I forget. We haven't do the QGL, is it? Yeah, we didn't do the QGL just now. Never mind. Let's save and start. Okay. Alright. Ready. Home all. I think we forget to do the QGL just now. It's always important to do the quad gantry first, because it will level up the gantry itself. Cannot see. Yes, like this then can see. Okay, I will hide this chrome box down here. Okay, now we will home Z. Okay, now what we do is we will click this. Hold on. So we will click this T1 macros. What it will do is it will drop off T0 and pick up T1, hopefully. Okay. Now let's drop off T1 and pick up T0. So we click this T0 macro. Okay. Now let's try again, just to double confirm. Pick up T1. Okay, the pickup for T1 is a bit rough, so we will need to change the coordinate. Let me see, let me try to observe what we need to shift it further right or further left. Let's pick up T0 first. Drop off is okay, but to pick up, let me double check again. Okay, you can observe, you can know why is a sound a bit rough. Let me click T1. Okay, actually it's still okay. Doesn't sound too rough. Pick up T0. This PTFE comes off from here. Okay, since we have done this, I think what we need to do is we're going to do the input shaper. Let's get input shaper for T0 and T1. So input shaper will be under test and calibrate. I already do that. So we will do test resonance X. I like to do input shaper first so that I can settle the input shaper inside there. So let's open my CND SSH. We will go SSH into the printer. Let's check triple resonance compensation. What is the command? Measuring resonance. Where is the command? Oh, here. This. So let me open up my WinSCP. So under root temp. Hey Nadir. Welcome Nadir. I'm doing input shaper now on this tool 0. We just completed the tool dock location of T0 and T1. I want to see how much it get. I know that the Y is a bit problematic with for the speed. X I think seems to be okay, but Y I'm not very sure. Let's see what we can get. Whatever speed, just okay lah. We don't expect too fast for tool changer. I don't know why there are people out there who really want speed for tool changer. Sometimes I don't understand that. Okay, now we will do test resonance Y. Okay, this one we can put in the command here to convert this to let me see if I can add a window capture. This will be my CMD. Yes. What's the input shaper getting? Hold on. 2 hum EI. What's the speed? 15,000, 2% vibration. Not very sure. I'm not very sure how to read all this graph, guys. I just follow whatever is given inside input shaper. That's what I do. Let me wait. Where I will download the pictures. How to show you the pictures? Hold on. Wow, it's very rough in X. The graph is very rough in X. So I think I will need, oh yeah, because just now the call break off, I think. So it's a bit rough in X. Wait, let me turn off this CMD. Let me add a window capture. This will be my IS. Yes, slow and reliable is better, correct. I agree with you, Nadir. Okay. There, you can see the input shaper down here. The graph is very, very rough. But what speed is that? 6006 speed. So I'm guessing the Y will be worse. Okay. Now let's copy the command for Y. And let's insert that into here to get. Okay, now what we do is we will do the input shaper for T1. So let's pick up T1. So this graph, hold on. Okay, so let's do the hold on. It's too messy down here. Let me lower this graph, bring it here. Okay, yes. So let's do the input shaper for T1 test resonant X. Let me see the graph for Y. So the graph for Y, where's the graph for Y? Hold on, Wait, guys. Okay, this is the graph for Y. For Y, MZV 4004. 4004 speed only, so slow. Is it some movement on the Z? How do you notice the movement on the Z? Where do you notice it? Is it inside the graph itself? Wait, let me bring up on the graph. Where's the graph? So this is the graph back. So this is the Y. The X. The X is very rough. But just now I think it's because of on the graph the blue line. Okay, let me check. Oh, okay. So the blue line is the Z. Oh yeah, correct. So that means the Z is not very good, is it? So I must tighten my belts, I think, because I actually just tune the belt anyhow. Only I'm not so good in tuning of the belt. I think I need to tune the belt a bit so that the Z doesn't move. Thanks for this, Nadir. At least I know something already. So I have to look at the Z also. Okay. So what we're getting is looks like we are getting 4004 lah, the speed. For the X is for the Y is 4004, so that's the speed that we're getting. Hopefully T1 is higher because T1 just now the cowl doesn't break. The umbilical is actually not pulling on the tool head. This umbilical, hold on. This T1 umbilical, I don't know whether you can see. The umbilical is actually cleared, not tugging at the tool head, but it could be just now the cowl was breaking off already. When I do the calibration just now, the cowl hit the nozzle blocker and it break off, but now the magnet is holding it in place only. Okay, now let's do the X here. Now let's do the test resonance Y. Okay, hold on. Let me move the camera back a bit. Hold on, So if you can see here, let me move the camera from the side. Oh, I lost my cam. Hold on. It's my cam. Wait, my cam seems to be gone. Hold on, let me plug in back my cam. Oh, don't know why my cam is gone now. My cam is gone, man. Okay. Yeah, there. So the umbilical is actually not tugging, is clear actually. So hold on, let me move this back. Don't know how come cannot zoom far, or is the screen too big? Let me close all this nonsense on the screen first. Hold on, this input shaper graph I will close. My CMD I will close. Okay, now let's do the UI, and then we'll download for T1. We will download for T1 the graph, and then we see how. Okay, so here is done. Let me change here to T0. So that it doesn't overwrite. Now we will download these two. Let's delete this file. Then we can close this up. Okay, let me show you now the graph for T1. This is the X for T1. So this is the X for T1. Can you guys see? Recommended shaper 2ham EI 6001 also not so good, I think. For the Y is MZV. Is this the correct Y? I think wait, one blue line up. So the Y is one blue line up. Where's the Y? This one. So this is the Y 4005. X is 6001. So 4005 and 4004. 4005 for T1, 4004 for T0. Okay lah, not so bad lah. I mean, still okay. So we go to Clipper and let's change the input shaper. So for tool 0, hold on, so tool 0x is 2ham EI 78.8. 78.8 2ham EI. And then tool 0Y is MZV 38.6. MZV 38.6. MZV. Okay. Now that is saved for T0 tool 0. Now we will do tool 1. Tool 1 input shaper just now is X is 2 hum EI 75.8. X is 75.8 to hum EI. Let's save that. And for the Y is MZV 39. MZV 39.
Buat lihat semua aktivitas musik kita. Jadi bisa tahu
39.0
top artis kita siapa sampai top song kita apa.
MZV. Okay, we save that. Okay, we deploy the tools now. Oh, now it's T1. Let's pick up T0. And let's do the motor off first to deploy the dock. And we will save and restart. Okay, so that's we have done the tool dock location calibration. We have done BTC setup. We have done Dockslide. We have done tool pickup. We have yet to do only tool bashing. We have do the input shaper and nozzle offset. Okay, so we are left with tool bash and nozzle offset. So not tomorrow, I mean the next stream, I will do the tool bashing and also the nozzle offset. This nozzle offset calibration is also very important. So I will do it on the next stream, so that, because now it's 12:30 here, 12:30 midnight. So I think that's it lah. So the next stream, I will do the tool bashing. Now I will fix up T3 micro switch first. The carry send just now is not working, so I'm guessing the wire came off somewhere. And T3 T2, sorry, tool 2 nozzle light is also not working, so I will need to check the wiring also. I will try to fix tool 0 cowl. Just now it break off, and then I will do tool 3 tool 2 calibration, because I don't think there's a need to do any calibration anymore. Just now we done everything. So the next stream I will do the tool bashing, and I think no need lah. Tool bashing I will do off stream, because nothing to see there. Just draw off, pick up, draw off, pick up, nothing to see. So next stream we will do nozzle offset calibration, the most important. Once that nozzle offset calibration is done, we can do the print. We can start to print. Alright guys, thanks a lot for tuning in everybody. Nadir, Rain, Spark Piki, Adika, everyone just now who tuned in to this stream, thank you very much. I'm sorry just now that my mic is not working at the start because I forgot to turn it on. If there's anything, do join our Discord and ask whatever question you have in our Discord. I will be more than glad to explain everything. And yeah, I will need to also fix back this tool 0 umbilical to straighten it up back. Now, right now is, right now it's a bit, you can see it's bending inwards down here. It should be outwards. That is because of this clip, this umbilical clip. It should be this way, like this. So when it's bent this way like this, it will flex inwards. Right, so I will fix that, and everything looks to be working. And I was thinking also this PTFE is too short, maybe I will need to extend the length of this PTFE. And yeah, that's it, basically everything. Alright guys, thank you for tuning in, and hope you guys have a nice day wherever you are. And do join me in the next stream, and if you have any questions, as usual, join our Discord, post your question there. I will always be ready to help. Alright, see you guys.